Hi, and welcome to another video. I think this is volume 6, I think, um, of my favourite albums from the 1980s. As I think you all know now, that I do 10 at a time because I'm spoiled for choice. So, as I say, as well, it's my personal opinion. You may not like it, but please let me know if you don't. You let me know what you like. So let's begin then. First to the 10, in no particular order, of course. Um, from 1988, this one. Not a commercial success for the guy, but I just love this album. It's Elton John with Red Strikes Back. Um, I don't know why this wasn't. I mean, it may have been a success in the USA or Japan or wherever, but in the UK, it didn't grab the people for some reason. But for me, I like this one. I mean, you've got a word in Spanish, Town of Plenty. I don't want to go on with you like that. Um, I think his voice has never sounded so stronger. Till this one. Some great love ballads on here. Also, there's Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatter's Part Two on here. Um, yeah, I mean, people are divided on Elton John. Some people like him, some people don't. But you can't knock the guy. God, I mean, the output he's had in the past 30, 40 years, it's just amazing. Insane. I think this is the cover where he'd emptied all his wardrobe and was getting rid of everything, all the costumes and the hats, and well, yeah. So that's from 1988. Look it up. It's Reg Strikes Back, which is it's his real name, Reg, of course. Elton John from 1988. Check it out, download it, buy the real copy. So the second one, a rock outfit here, who on and off, they're go silent for a while, and then they come back again with a new album. But this one's from 1988 again. This is AC/DC, and this is Blow Up Your Video. I don't know if many people have heard this one, but there was just two singles off this as far as I can remember. The debut single, Heat Seeker, was off this one, but my personal favourite was That's the Way I Want to Rock and Roll. That's just an awesome track. The rest of the album as well, it's just rock. The boys, for me, on this one, can't do anything wrong. I mean, they've had great albums before this, Who Made Who and Razor's Edge later on, but this one for me always stands out. I always grab this one and bang it in the player. So yeah, Blow Up Your Video, AC/DC. Oh, we've travelled back to America now. With what can you say, Miss Jackson, Janet Jackson, with the 1986 album Control. To me, she's had great success with all their other albums after this, but you can't top this one. This is where she broke through in the UK. You've got Control, Nasty, What Have You Done For Me Lately, The Pleasure Principle, When I Think of You, Let's Wait a While, Funny How Time Flies. So, yeah, she followed her big brother's footsteps and had a great success with this album. Yeah, it's what can you say about Control by Janet Jackson? Amazing album. So it's a shame that the success now sort of faded, and you don't hear much from her these days. But she's bringing up a family now, isn't she? So check it out. We go to Ireland now. You may have heard of these, or you may not. But Hot House Flowers with their debut album People. I first heard of these when they did their song Don't Go as an interval thing on the Eurovision Song Contest back in, was it? Maybe 1988, I think it was, when the album came out. So that Don't Go song is on here, which is just an amazing song. But the voice and the way they play the instruments on this, it's just wow. Um, you've got to hear say, "Don't go on here." I'm sorry, forgiven. It'll be easier in the morning. Hallelujah, Jordan. No, that just anything. Listen to that song, Hallelujah, Jordan. Brilliant. Um, yeah, Hot House Flowers. They didn't get the success which they should have had. Um, this was their biggest sort of album to date for me, and personally as well. But they've had many albums after this, which is, for me, as good as this. But for me, it's this one what always stands out. So that's Hot House Flowers, People. Right, now we go to a guy who sadly passed away just a few years, well, a couple of years back now, after a car accident. But his voice is amazing. Colin Verncamp, under the name of Black. His album Wonderful Life. Every song on here, it's just dreamy lyrically, and it just takes you to a different place. And this was his most successful period. Albums after this are as good as this, but I say I've chosen Wonderful Life because most people will know the song Wonderful Life, and which is the first track on here. Everything's Coming Up Roses. You've got Paradise on here. Sweetest Smile, which is one of my favourites. It's just a shame we lost him, say, to an accident. Just not long after he released a new album, to be honest. And that album is just amazing. If you ever get a chance to listen to Blind Faith by Black, but this one's Wonderful Life. So check that one out. The Piano Man himself, Billy Joel, but it's an Innocent Man album from 1983. 83, yeah. He's had many albums. It's a shame he doesn't really release much these days, but this one always stands out for me, along with Stormfront. But this one is the one for me. You've got the title track, Innocent Man. Wow. It's just takes you on a journey, this one. The Longest Time, Tell Her About It, Uptown Girl, Leave a Tender Moment Alone. It's just filled with brilliant songs. Brilliant songwriter, brilliant piano player, and this is a brilliant album. Innocent Man by Billy Joel. Check it out. Download it. Mozzie. The lead singer, the ex-lead singer of the Smiths, his debut album in 1988, Viva Hate. I mostly repeat myself with this, what I said the same about when he was in the Smiths. His lyrics, teenage angst of life in the UK, never bettered, lyrically as well. It's all Morrissey there at his best with his debut album. Every Day is Like Sunday, Suede Head, just an amazing album. So check that one out as well, or buy it. Buy it. Yeah, put some money into these people's pockets. We'll move up to Scotland. Four lads, Scotland. 1987. Wet. We popped in, sold out. I don't know whether they were big anywhere else, but they were big in the UK from the late 80s and early 90s as well. But say the debut hit on here, Wishing I Was Lucky, Angel Eyes, Sweet Little Story, Temptation. It was just this was their biggest sort of album at the time. They had the second album syndrome where they brought one out and it wasn't as successful as this one. A lot of artists have that, don't they? This second album syndrome. But I think they got over that with other albums, but this one, as the title says, popped in, and I always do, pop it in and play it. Popped in, sold out, wet, wet, wet. Marty Pello's voice is just amazing, and it's still as good today. So download that, buy it, and sticking in Scotland. A debut album by a Scottish band, which it's Deacon Blue, Raintown from 1987 as well. They were most successful on their second album, When the World Knows Your Name. That's where they had all the big hits off it. But this one, for me, this is where it all started. You got Raintown Ragman on here. He looks like Spencer Tracy now. Loaded, Dignity, Chocolate Girl. When will you make my telephone ring? Just a good, solid album. And as I say, this was what set them on the road to the success they had. When the World Knows Your Name is a brilliant album, but for me, the debut one is the best for me. Best in my opinion. Raintown by Deacon Blue. Finally, Tracy Chapman with her debut album called Tracy Chapman. I just love this album. The lyrics, the way she sings, everything on this, and it's just a shame you just don't hear of her anymore. There's a lot of artists out there that come bang with it, have great success, and then nothing else. And I know she's had albums and albums after this, but this is the one what everybody's got in their collection of heard of. Because it's got talking about a revolution on here. Big hit, Fast Car. What's the other one on here? Baby, Can I Hold You? It's For My Lover, For You. She's Got Hair Ticket. It's just one of these albums what I would suggest that everybody owned, or downloaded or whatever, just to have to say they have got a Tracy Chapman album. I can't really put it into words. You've got to listen to this. She knows how to write songs. She knows how to just grab you and take you there. Just check it out. Tracy Chapman, her first album called Tracy Chapman. So this volume's 10 done. Thanks for watching. If you stayed all the way through this, it's appreciated. So if you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down. Please leave a comment if you liked any of those albums. Let me know what you thought of the albums, or if you think other albums were better than them, let me know. I always like reading comments. We just need some more comments sometimes, just to know that people are out there watching us. We're on Twitter at Geeks Assembled. We've got a public Facebook group. You'll find us on there. We're also looking for new members in our group casts for talking about movies, talking about audio dramas. We do animation casts. Alec usually hosts them because he just loves animation. So if you want to be part of these casts, what we do, please get in touch. Leave a comment below, or find us on Facebook. So until next time, as I always say, let's stay in the 80s.